Wait a minute. One of these days we will get this right. I promise. We'll go to this one now. Hold on.
Well, we are live.
We are live. We are live this time. That's the mistake I made the last time. We were not live on the restream that I have. The way the screen formats, the go live button is at the bottom of the screen, not at the top of the screen. So anyway, we're live. It's Boogie with the Bull, Wednesday morning, Caffeine, Dave Globin, and Randy Rhodes. We are live on the Dave Globin profile on Facebook, wherever Randy sends us. Look for it on the Colonel Randall Rhodes page. And we're live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. And if you want to name any place else, Randy, you are more than welcome to talk amongst yourself while I send it to a few places.
You know, this should be an interesting conversation for California. President Trump has confirmed that 2,000 National Guard members being withdrawn from Los Angeles following protests and custom enforcement operations. So I guess he figures the threat is over. It's kind of weird because when I first read this, so this is how you can't trust media. The headline, and this is what grabbed me. The headline says Pentagon pulling half of the National Guard deployed to support ICE in Los Angeles. But then when you read the content, it says the Pentagon confirmed that 2,000 California National Guard members are being withdrawn from Los Angeles following protests of immigration and custom enforcement operations. So the headline suggests that he's taken half of the National Guard to support ICE, but I think ICE needs the damn support. But the content seems to say, no, he's just pulling them off of the duty of the protest. So which is correct? I don't know. They make it so damn confusing for people my age. But
it is so damn confusing.
It's sort of like, the other day I wake up and my phone's by my bedstand, and I wake up and I pick up my phone, and here the outline of the border of my cell phone has these dots, just properly placed, like you're going to do target practice. And I tried everything to figure out what the hell they were, and I did some research and had all these bad, terrible things that might be. And I sent the picture of it to my daughter. She said, "Oh, Dad, here, let me show you what's going on." And here somehow there's and you have to go into settings 4 deep to choose to have these damn dots for whatever reason. I said, "There's no way in hell I would have gone 4 deep into the settings to make these dots appear." She said, "Well, Dad, maybe you did it in your sleep." So you know what? If Dad is doing something like that and Dad's sleep, Dad needs to start checking his banking account because I got, holy crap. But so we got to fix. So if you have grandkids or children who still talk to you, just keep them handy for things like that. There's always things too. Speaking about the misread or whatever of the headline for this for the National Guard. My daughter's doing desperately trying to convince my wife to become a Democrat, and she's doing a very damn good job of it. Because every time I come downstairs, my wife says, "Randy, did you know blah 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 blah?" Oh God, oh come on, Clinton, really? Randy, well, did you hear about it? Well, yeah, but did you read the whole damn thing?
I thought the lease to live in your house required the tenant to be Republican.
Yeah, but when the leasee is keeping my butt from staying on the ground when I fall outside, kind of like offsets those things. But anyway, so there's this conversation about this U.S. Marine Corporal Sergeant Major Carlos Ruiz, who was arrested by ICE and then deported. In fact, there's actually an image showing him being arrested by ICE. Turns out it's fake. Okay, it's not true. It was done in satire. Blah 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 blah. But the whole idea is that you have some kind of conversation, and all of a sudden everyone thinks, "Oh my God, he's deporting Marine, heroes. How bad is Trump going to be?" But you have to read. You have to do your own due diligence. Don't listen to someone who's a Democrat for the
Right.
information being correct. Now, has Trump done things that would piss me off? Absolutely. I mean, he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for the country.
Mhm.
But I'm too damn old to worry about every damn thing a politician does. Once it starts affecting my life, then I'll get concerned about it. But until then, there's not. First of all, what am I supposed to do? You're not gonna get in my car. Oh, I don't have a car. You're not gonna I can get an Uber. Oh, I don't have money for Uber. And you're like I can go somewhere to make a difference. I can call my Republicans, senators, and congressmen and complain, but all I'm going to get is an answer machine. You know. I can email them, and they'll be added to all the 1,000 emails they have that goes right into the trash can. So there's really,
Unless you're Jen Woodruff.
yeah, it's like
If you're Jen Woodruff and you call or you write, they actually read it.
yeah, that's true. They
I
do.
just bring that up as a joke because Jen always makes it sound like they don't listen to her or they don't read her or they don't call her. And I don't know if they don't call her, but I know that that they do read it.
So, right now we're in the summer hiatus for TV. So I'm trying to find something to entertain myself. So I did find one show that I watch all the time while I'm doing my genealogy, and that is Billy the Exterminator. It's guys from Louisiana. So that's Nick Young's territory, but he's an exterminator. But what makes him interesting, why A&E had picked him up for the TV show, was because of all his image. The the punk rock hairstyle.
Yep.
All the kind of stuff, the tattoos, the mannerisms, and so forth. But besides killing things, he also rescues things and releases them into the wild to live a happy life. So it's a very interesting show. It lasted 7 years until his mom and dad fired his ass. Go figure. It must have bad argument. But anyways, so I'm watching this. I'm getting all excited about this new TV series to find out, oh my God, they canceled it. Oh, come on, really? And then two of the seasons. I get this, okay? So I'm watching this on Paramount Plus. I think it's Paramount Plus. Yeah, this could be. But I'm watching on one of the streaming shows, and it's been on for 7 years. 2 of the freaking years they have blocked out. You actually have to pay like $5 to watch each of these 2 years of episodes. Why the other 5 are free? I don't know. But the 2 seasons in the middle, you gotta pay for them. So I may cough out the money for it just because I like the show. But then once he got kicked off, once his mom and dad fired him, A&E dropped the show. Luckily, a Canadian outfit picked him up for another year. I'm not sure why it only lasted a year, but it was called Billy Goes North, and it's about his learning how to trap new and exotic animals to Canada that he did not see down in Louisiana. But so I'm looking for shows to watch. I do watch programs when I'm doing genealogy because I need that white noise to keep me awake, right?
Yep.
Besides my 4 cups of coffee, I need something else to keep me alert.
I have to watch more of the Bloods.
Yeah. So I started watching this other show called Ballard. It's a woman cop, and she does cold cases, and they have interesting characters. And I just started watching the first 3 episodes, right? And what pops up on my damn screen this morning while we're going live? Ballard to be canceled after first year of. Come on, you're canceling another one of my series.
They canceled another one of your series. That is not good.
It's not. It really. It's terrible. So now it's your 5 minutes.
It's my 5 minutes. I'll try to keep it less than 5 minutes. I'm in the process of typing into the live chat. Good morning to everybody on YouTube because I can type that. I have to go over to this one to type good morning to everyone on Facebook, but I don't see anyone in the live chat. I did check and it looked like there were 4 people viewing. There were 4 views. So now we're up to 10 views. So there are 10 people watching. And as I say every morning or every evening that we're on, it's more fun if you watch from a live chat because you can be a part of the conversation or you can tell us what conversation you would like us to have. And the more people that do that, the more people will get involved because what we really are is we're a broadcast with a panel, Randy and I, and a live chat. And hopefully we'll try one more guest and see if that works. Randy, pick something that is music. Pick an overlay and let's just try it. If we get kicked off,
okay,
which is a possibility, that will be the end of today's broadcast. If we survive it, which I hope that we can.
Give me 1 second here. Let's see about it. Just a moment.
Okay. We're going to try it and see if it works. Because so far it looks awesome.
Okay, here we go.
And it sounds awesome. So
for those who are watching who like to shut people down, I do have the rights to this music. The Boogie family, they're phenomenal people. It's a mom, a brother. It's a mom, a son, and identical twin daughters. They are a Southern Dixie band, and we have a relationship going on. I give them free genealogy. They give me access to their music for free.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and play this here.
Okay.
And folks, if we go off the air,
if we go off, we're done. You'll see us on Thursday.
His fault.
It is my fault. It is my fault. It is my fault. It will be my fault if that happens.
Okay, can I bring it in? There we go.
Okay.
He does pick a pretty mean dobro. How old are you, Nathan? 14. On the dobro.
There we go. So we didn't crash. That's good.
No, we did not crash.
And that is the Boogie family. They're phenomenal people. When they're not,
we didn't crash. You brought us back to our cameras, So that was considered probably lightweight. There are two kinds of overlays. One is heavyweight and one is lightweight. And lightweight seems to work. We got through that entire song. Suzanne Accardo asked how I have been. I've been fantastic. We're just trying to see if this works tonight or today. And so far, it has worked. So welcome to you, Suzanne. And also Neil Greenstein is watching. And he is new. So good morning to you, Neil. And anyone else who wants to be in the live chat, you get to get your stuff shared if you're in the live chat on Facebook, which is on my profile. And you can be on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. You can also be wherever Randy shared us to. Colonel Randall Rhodes gets it. All roads lead to home genealogy gets it. And then Randy can rattle off the 900 groups that I cannot remember where it goes to.
I doubt it's 900. I really do. But it's Colonel Randall Rhodes. It's my own face page. It is Rebel Storm. It is Southern Independence Association. It is the Gray Ghosts. And All Roads to Genealogy. And also All Roads Honors Our Ancestors, something like that. I forget what it is. But let me ask you this, Dave. Is there a way of combining two groups together on Facebook, or do I have to shut the one down? Because the two of them almost duplicate what they do.
I think you have to shut one down if that's what you want to do. I think the reality is you don't want to shut them down unless there is a real reason that you need to, because unfortunately you have to delete everybody one by one.
Right.
Your unavailables, your band, your whatever. You have to delete all of them. Then you have to delete all of the members one by one, and then you have to delete all of the admins one by one, so that you're the only person left. Then when you leave, it closes the group. It's a real pain in the ass. Yes, for those who don't want to do it. So I tell people, unless you really want to get rid of a group, do it when you don't have 1,000 members or more, because it took John Johnson and I in one of his groups, I don't remember the group off the top of my head, that we shut down because we just didn't want to keep it going any longer. It only had, I think, it had 1,000 members, but it had a large invited members list. It took us about a week and a half to go through and finally get everybody out of there and then close it. And it's really, I don't understand why they built it that way, but other than to keep you from all of a sudden just closing a group. You can archive a group too. You can put a group in archive, which
I guess
means I guess group members can see it, but they can't do anything.
I created two groups, and they're almost identical in the content, so it makes no sense. But one group has more members than the other group does, so I was hoping to combine them. But like you're saying, to do that, I got to delete everyone.
What you do first is give the option to the members of Group B, which say that's the group that you want to join Group A. Give them the option to join Group A. Give them a month or so if that's what you want to do. Give them a month, and then at the end of the month, you just close it. You close Group B.
It's still just a pain.
It is, but then you can make me an admin of the group you want to close, and I'll help you do it. And I can do it if I get into the right rhythm. And there's not a whole lot of members to do. I can do it in a few hours.
Well, it's under 300.
I could close a 300 member group in probably 3 or 4 hours tops. But also, we do want to mention Suzanne's group, Modern Day Slavery Creating Awareness About Human Trafficking USA. Susan escaped from a group of trafficked people and has helped other people and has, I believe, written a book or getting ready to write a book. And we will have her on. We will have
Okay.
her on as soon as we figure out what we're doing and how we're able to do it. We will have her on. And if you
Well,
are,
Suzanne, if you're interested, you can come on to one of my broadcasts because I do genealogy, and what I'm working on is slavery from the
Mhm.
war between the North and the South, the good and the bad. Okay, I happen to have a client whose second great grandfather and third great grandmother were both slaves. And the second great grandfather, I actually have a picture of him, and they actually did a one-on-one interview with him. And I have another lady who reached out to me. Her second great grandmother was a slave to my client, Tom Vernon's grand great grandfather, who impregnated her with this lady's lineage. So if you want, we could combine the two topics together: the slavery of the blacks during the war,
Yep.
and your experience of being essentially a slave to what you experienced.
Yep. And we're willing to give it a try. Uh, Probably will reach more people in our 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday show. Not to say that we can't reach people in the 10 a.m.s. This is working on my end, so it's working on Randy's end. He's hearing it. You're hearing it. Michael Anthony says, "Hey,
Hey,
Dave."
Michael Anthony, how you doing, sir?
Says, "Hey, Dave, you're back." Yes, I am. William Lockett is here also. I don't know how many people we can have on. But Michael, I appreciate your comments in the live chat, and also I know a lot of times you are busy that you can't come on, but you're able to give excellent information. And William Lockett says, "Good morning, getting ready to work," or he would come on. So yeah, the next time will be to try uh, the maximum number of people that I will be able to have on and see where it goes. Everybody told me originally that it just wouldn't work. My Android and my Chrome wouldn't support it. We've gotten this far, so we just have to see how far we go. And there will be times that we need a more powerful machine, and Randy can pick that up. And Michael is just watching. He's not doing them anymore, which is fine. I appreciate that. Appreciate that you watch us. And William's getting ready for work. So one of these days we will try it with more guests, and then we'll try it with more guests and music. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But right now we are live on a bunch of Randy's groups, like he mentioned, and we're live on the Dave Glover profile, and we're live on the Boogie with the Bully YouTube channel. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to the channel and watch. I added YouTube a long time ago because I needed to have a place that broadcasts would be stored, but also for those of you that are watching on the YouTube side that don't want to watch on Facebook, you have a place. You have a place to watch. I have another channel when I do it, so I could do it with three. We could always bring another one in if we find one that really wants us. I think we're lucky with the two that we have right now. But yes, we are back, at least when I feel the urge, and Randy is here too. And I appreciate Randy is here too. Other people, like I said, are welcome to try it. If we get a panel and it works, then it works. I just had an urge to try it today, Randy, but go ahead.
When you feel the urge, it's like when you feel the urge to scratch yourself. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do you anybody ever watched? Who has not seen the Harry Potter TV series? Raise your hand. I think every person alive that has access to electronics has seen that whole series. But the girl Emma Watson, she's actually in college. Good for her. I can't imagine why she probably all the money she. Why do people do that? You made a shitload of money, and you still do because she's obviously making more money off the replays
Well,
and so forth.
well, it depends on how you were brought up. New England Patriots football players were always told by Myra Kraft, Bob's wife, that you need to have something to fall back on because one day you may go on the field and get a injury that doesn't allow you to play anymore, and you need to have a skill that you can fall back on, or you need to have a skill during the off season to, again, be able to fall back on.
Right, I honest, but okay, uh, you know, hold on, let's tell you what. Before I open my mouth any further, let me just get an idea how much money she's worth. Because I got.
Oh, I'm sure she's worth a couple of million, if not more. But even Taylor Swift has done it. Taylor Swift went to school and finished school with, I think, a degree or two, and I respect that. On the other hand, dropped out of community college, got about as far as I could, and then went on to dual doctorates in controversial theory and experimental philosophy. But go ahead, Randy.
Okay, so she's worth $85 million. Okay. So, even if she spent $1 million, because I'm sure she has people telling her how to invest money and make more money. And of course, she has to continue revenue from the TV shows and everything associated with Harry Potter. She's never going to be without money. I don't know. I to go back to the grind of school and to sit in in a professor's class and to take tests and obviously I would have to think and at least initially she's being hounded by other students. Oh my God, it's Emma Watson. Oh my God, I can't believe. Oh, can I shake your hand? Oh, can I have your autograph? I'm sorry. I think I can find a better way to live my life than to go to college. $85 million.
I think if I went back, even if I was worth $85 million, and I think if I went back, it would be an online independent study program that allows me to move at my own pace, but does in fact hopefully deliver whatever degree I might be going at, or certificate program. There are a lot of certificate programs that are much shorter, and when you bang it out, you get the certificate. But we could talk about that one day. Yeah. We could talk about that one day too.
They're coming for you, buddy.
They're coming. Well, they could be.
Sirens in the background.
I hope they give you a chance to. Well, I won't say that, but
the chance to kiss your wife goodbye and pat the kids on the head. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
I should have told you I'm an illegal. I'm here illegally. Oh
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But
you never know. I mean, I'm not sure how far back they're going back on the ancestor thing to the lineage to find out if you're.
Well, Harry Glavinsky came here legally in like 1900, 1905, somewhere in there, and he became a naturalized American. So that means whatever came from him could technically be anchor babies, if you want to look at it that way, but they were citizens of naturalized citizens, so I guess that was okay. And on the Sapperstone side, at some point it got changed to stone. I don't know when it got changed to stone, but I was always told it was my grandmother who wanted the sapper cut off of the stone, and so my grandfather went ahead and did that. I don't know if others on his end did the same thing, but it was my grandmother who wanted to be a stone rather than a sapper stone. And I'm not sure what the motivation was because she was a burn bomb and she didn't cut the burn bomb down to burn or bomb. So, you know, uh,
I'm not sure what the
who
motivation.
knows? Anyway, we're here on Boogie with the Bull Wednesday morning. We're on my profile. We're on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and we're on the Colonel Randall Rhodes page and several others. Claudette Rhodes is watching. Good morning, Claudette. And I always said that because I was about to cut out and see. It says there are 10 people watching. So it's more fun if you come into the live chat and you watch because you can be a part of the broadcast if you come here and do that. Or you can not be part of the broadcast because you're very busy sharing it to any group that you want to send it to. The only thing I say is that if you ever get notice from an admin or a moderator of a group that asks you not to send it to that group anymore, please don't. If you get groups that want you to share it to them, please do. That helps us. And if you want, you can take it from the YouTube channel and share it anywhere you want. Actually, take it from the Facebook channel and share it anywhere you want to, but you may not get people to come to Facebook to watch it. You will probably get people that are willing to go to YouTube and watch it. So that's what we're doing in the meantime. But anyway, Randy, what do you got?
Well, the pencil neck. What's his name? The congressman named pencil neck.
Adam Schiff.
Yeah, he's got himself into some trouble. He owns 2 homes. Okay,
he does.
One in California because that's where his seat is, and one in Maryland. Mm-hmm. And about 10 plus years ago, he remortgaged his house for a better deal.
Yep.
And he listed his house in Maryland as his primary residence.
It probably wasn't so much for a better deal. It was probably to pull money out of it and be able to and have more money to fund his activities.
Well, apparently it's illegal.
Yes, it is.
Say that's my primary residence when you are a congressman for another state. But
the way I believe he says he's getting around it is that his home in Maryland is his home when he's in Washington, D.C. doing business at the Capitol. He lives at his home in Maryland. And then when he is at home in his district, he lives in California. But you're right. I mean, it really should be illegal. You should. You can't claim that your primary residence is not in the state and or district and or city that you serve from and live clear across the country and claim that's your primary residence. You may spend most of your time there, but you can't say that it's your primary residence when you got elected in California. Why not get elected in Maryland then?
But isn't that what they're trying to get Trump for, as far as making good deals for himself
Well, Trump's living at Mar-a-Lago and claiming Mar-a-Lago as his primary residence goes back to when Bill Blass was mayor of New York, and Bill said to him, "I don't think it's fair that the taxpayers of New York should have to split the cost of you coming home to New York as president. So I would appreciate it if you move." So he did. He became a snowbird. He spends half the time spends some time at the White House, I don't know, sometime in New York. I don't think he goes home to New York anymore, I don't know, at Trump Tower in New York, but spends most of his time when he needs a place to live at Mar-a-Lago here in Florida. And the only thing is you lose seeing the president, but, that was something I guess they were willing to take. I would imagine that if Zoran Mamdani wins the New York mayor's race, that Trump will spend a significant amount of time in New York dealing with that situation. I don't have a problem with Mamdani for his background. I have a problem with a man that says, okay, I'm going to spend $65 million of your money on transgendering. And it's not like people came to the mayor and said, will you do this? Will you do this? Will you do this? And it's going to cost $65 million because there are some people that don't want their taxes spent on that. And they should have a right to say, my taxes aren't going to be spent on that. Anyway, go ahead, Randy.
Well, I was trying to find something here. We're talking about AI and how I have that Suno to create music for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering just how. See, while you were talking, I was trying to. Okay, yeah, here. I'm going to quick show just a small part of this. This here is actually an AI group. Okay, so folks, when you, it's a terrible thing to have to do, but when you're watching something, or whether it be on your computer or TV set or whatever electronic device you watch, you get your stuff from, you have to look and do your due diligence because you never know what was created by a computer and what is now real. Now, obviously, we know that in a lot of our movies, there's AI-generated creatures and monsters and people and the cartoons, and so we know that because we anticipate that is an AI-generated image. Are the human beings? But even human beings now, I'm going to show this to you. And folks, this is a scary thing. Because when you can't trust your eyes to believe that something is something, then we have something else we need to, like Trump is trying to do. Trump is trying to put laws into place to protect against AI. Now watch this, guys. Okay, so that's AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's a computer, folks. But when you have these girls who go absolutely berserks over, especially Korean music, and I don't know why, other than the dance moves. It's sad. Oh my God, he's not real. No, he's not real, sweetheart. He's a computer. Oh, my heart's broken.
Oh, but it's a computer generation of something that they want to see. I understand that, but when you make something that is not real, was not real, and you present it as real, then sometimes it creates a problem. There are a bunch of them floating around the internet on Barron Trump. One is that he was in a negative situation on a plane. The pilot actually wouldn't pull away and fly because Barron Trump was on the plane. And he's a Trump, and I'm not going to do that. And he held the plane until finally people said, we have places to go. He has places to go. Let him go. And he was allowed to leave. There's another one where he was interviewed on a talk show, and the host was looking for a reason to screw him up and show that he's a screw up, and it didn't work. But it's not real. He never was on that talk show. He never was on that plane. So I don't know what advantage what you pick up from that. But I mean, if someone wanted to do an AI of me and you doing our show and it was real about stuff that we actually talk about and send that around the internet, yeah, I would think that would be great. But this this stuff that didn't happen and most likely isn't going to happen, no, no,
Yeah.
no. There's really no reason for it.
And I'm gonna yeah, and with this,
Okay.
Trump's been trying to bring that war in Ukraine and Russia to an end, and every time he opens his mouth and steps into it, either Ukraine launches hundreds of drones and missiles into primarily drones into Russia, and Russia responds by sending hundreds, of missiles and rockets into Ukraine, and all they're doing is destroying infrastructure. They're not
They are.
really killing soldiers as such. I'm sure there's some being killed, but
President Trump's complaint was that like 5,000 a week are dying on each side. That's like 10,000 people.
yeah. Well, please tell me.
In the battle, and it doesn't need to be. Go ahead.
Well, he says there's that money, but if I find that hard to believe because if you're losing 5,000 a week, that is 20,000 a month.
Right.
And that is what over 100,000 a year. That's a lot of soldiers to be losing that you
Right.
really cannot afford. Because if that's the case, he's making himself Putin himself primarily is making himself weak. Should
Right.
some other enemy decide to attack him? Because but then you see Putin is stepping into all these other different countries and causing problems with them militarily. Is why are you trying to make use of your military in this country, that country, when you can't even finish what you started here? So Trump had, initially stopped the weapons flow to Ukraine.
Mhm.
And now he stepped it up, saying, "Okay, well, I'll send you our missiles for your system, so you can shoot down the inbound missiles from Russia." And I guess other countries are supposed to step in as well and provide weaponry. But France and Italy decide, you know what? We have our own budget problem. We have our own money issue problem. We have our own security problems.
Right.
We can't keep giving you weapons, so we're
Right.
going to step out of this.
Well, even if they could, I think the answer is they need to stop. Everybody needs to stop. Nobody gives weapons to either side, and eventually the war stops because both are not going to be able to fund it anymore. And that makes them go to the table and sit until they can figure it out.
Or they figure out a way, going back in history, look at what the United States accomplished, when Pearl Harbor hit, okay?
Yep.
And we had to go from a civilian economy into a military economy.
Mhm.
We were able to switch over these factories from making cars to making tanks and planes and everything else that we needed for the war effort. So we were able to not only supply over 1 million men of our own soldiers, but also to provide our allies with the equipment they needed to start a fight. So, I can't understand why Russia hasn't turned itself into a war economy to take control of these factories and start producing more weapons to replace what the hell they're losing on the battlefield. I mean, they're losing tanks and armored vehicles. They're losing planes and ships. If you turn yourself into a war economy and got these factories churning out and bringing the people into work, to work these war factories, it wouldn't take long to replace what the hell you're losing on the battlefield. But they haven't done that.
No.
The same for Ukraine. They haven't done it. They're looking to other countries
Right.
to provide them with what they need. Well, do it for yourself. I think Europe and the United States should just stop providing them with money, stop providing them with the oil, stop providing them with weapons, and eventually that war will grind to a stop because both those countries will run out of shit to fight with.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If he wanted to end it, Putin, if he really wanted to end it, he could end it. I don't know if Zelensky could bring it to a stop. But the problem with us getting involved is we get involved. We broker a ceasefire between two countries, and either before it goes into effect or while it's in effect, one goes and attacks the hell out of the other, which is going to make the other one want to return and attack you. You either have to respect the ceasefire and you have to respect the United States' help to bring the matter to an end, or don't ask for it. You and Putin, or Putin and Zelensky, they can figure out how they're going to end it, but don't ask for our war apparatus. Don't ask for our money. Don't cry that you need humanitarian aid. End the damn war and work together and show us that you need us to be involved. I mean, that's really what it is. Show us that you need us to be involved, because our responsibility is to clean up the United States of America and make it the place where we all want to be. That's their job, not spending trillions of dollars and taking on trillions of debt to allow two other countries to stop. Scott Halsey has joined us. He is watching. Claudette Rhodes is watching. William Lockett is watching and getting ready for work. Michael Anthony said, I'm back. And Susanna Carter wants you to go look at the Modern Day Slavery Creating Awareness About Human Trafficking USA group. She wants you to go look at that group. And I recommend that you go look at that group too. And others, make sure you post your groups in the live chats, or even come on the broadcast and talk about your groups, and we'll all do this thing together. Go ahead, Randy.
I'm looking here. Please share modern day slavery creating awareness. That's lots of mouthful, isn't it? Okay.
It is, but it's it is a good group.
Well, you know what? Let me take a picture of it. I just take a picture of the that in case I lose it. Let me just, before I go off, let me just go into it here. Suzanne.
Yep.
RKACCARDO. That's Randy. Look what you're doing, Randy. Look what you're doing.
Okay.
Suzanne.
ACCARDO.
ARDO.
Yep.
Yeah, there she is. Guys, add her as a friend. Okay.
Yep. Add her as a friend. Join the group. I believe it's a private group, so you have to request membership, and then you'll be approved.
Okay, and the group is called.
And you can go from there. Modern Day Slavery Creating Awareness About Human Trafficking USA.
Modern Day Slavery Creating.
Yep.
Awareness about, good Lord.
Yep. Well,
about human.
You'll get it.
Human trafficking.
USA.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
As I said, if anybody else has a group that we should be focusing on, please let us know. The Michael Anthony Facebook page is a fantastic place to look and learn. You'll see broadcasts that from the past, not just politics. You'll see not Facebook. You'll see Bigfoot broadcasts. You'll see a lot of other broadcasts, and If you have an opportunity, you should watch and learn.
What's this group name?
Michael Anthony.
Michael Anthony.
Yeah. Make sure that you have Michael. I tell people, make sure you have Michael Anthony as a friend and watch his page, and you will learn a lot.
Yeah. He must have me blocked still.
I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know.
Okay. So I did join her group. Check that out later on today. It's just kind of like this kind of goes hand in hand to what I'm doing with the slavery from back in the day and modern day slavery today. It makes sense to do it together.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Anyways, I got to jump because I got people I got to take care of with research.
Are you going to parachute yourself, or do you want me to parachute yourself?
You can parachute myself. So, Suzanne, if you're interested, I'd be willing to do your ancestry for free. If you are interested in where you came from, I can do it for free for you. I'll offer you that service. But yeah, go ahead and bounce me.
I'm not going to bounce you, but if you insist, okay. All right, Randy, I'll see you tomorrow is Thursday. I'll see you at 7:00.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, it might not let me do. Nope, there it did. All right, Randy Rhodes from All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy. Great guy. We're making this thing work. However, we have to make it work. It did work today. We had lightweight overlays, so we know that works. So the next thing we'll try is having other people on the broadcast too, trying to get it to a panel and see how that goes. We were live on Randy Rhodes's Colonel Randall Rhodes Facebook page, and in several of his groups. We were live on my profile, and in several groups, we were live on the Boogie with Bull YouTube channel. What I'll probably do in the beginning is, as I said, we'll go back to doing the Sandra Gibb Memorial Pre-Rehearsal and either name groups or we'll each just give the other time to share it to all their groups. If you know of a group that would like it, please let me know. And we'll make sure that they get it. That's all. We're just trying to make it better. Trying to make it better for everybody. We don't tell you what to do. We just like to give you options, and you can decide what you need to do yourself. And on that note, I'm looking at scrambled eggs, I think, or a bowl of cereal, or whatever my wife decides is right for me to have. So thank you for watching, and like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Thank you. We'll hit this one and do